It's September in Seoul, Korea, and this week I was able to hit 2 gyms and try the Kilter Board for the very first time. The first gym I went to was The Climb in Yangjae. This gym is special because it's one of the few gyms in Seoul that has a Kilter Board. And I really want to start doing Kilter Board sessions because as my dynamic moves are pretty good, what I do notice I lack in is overall finger strength. So I do want to get stronger in my hands and my fingers to be able to do more cave climbing and to be able to have more endurance on the wall, to be able to take more time. But I'm really good when it comes to just power moves and powering through a problem. But I want to get better at just being more technical and moving more fluidly and slowly in the wall, getting stronger in that way. And I've heard when you're doing a kilter session, you're supposed to just devote the whole climbing day to the kilter board. And I was going to do that, but since there is very few kilter boards in Seoul, and this was a busy time of the day, this was the afternoon in the gym, the kilter board was pretty busy. So a lot of people wanted to use it, and I was just waiting for my turn. And in the time being, I was just doing a bunch of problems in the gym, trying to get some red problems done. See, I notice I get to a dyno problem and I can usually do that no problem. But when it gets to something that requires really, really strong grip, I struggle. So this is me on the kilter board. It's my first time at a 40-degree angle, I believe. And I just noticed, I'm lacking strength. I tried to do something around V3 first, V3, V4, and then I switched all the way down to, I think it was V1 or V2, and I was just able to hang on the wall. And that's when I noticed, wow, I need to start training on the kilter board more. This will definitely make me a lot stronger. I wasn't even able to complete that kilter problem, but it definitely woke me up. And I spent the rest of the time in the gym just working on some easier problems, working more on my technique and just taking my time. I'm not really focused on doing the hardest problems now. I feel like when I just focus on doing the hardest problems, I'm missing out on improving my technique. And this was a fun V4, V5 cave style climb with the start was crimps. So I want to do more of this type of climbing and just take my time and get stronger. And I really enjoyed doing this problem. And in this gym, a lot of the red problems are more difficult. I wasn't able to do a bunch of them. But it's not about completing, it's just about trying. Another cave climb at an easier level. Like this start was really difficult to even get started, like balancing yourself at that awkward angle and then pushing up to keep yourself stuck to the wall. I feel like each problem can strengthen a different part of your body, so regardless if I can complete a problem, I at least try it and give it my all so my body can learn in those ways. And then I can come back on another day and be better. So I'm moving a lot slower, taking my time, making my technique more fluid, because that's my goal as a climber, is to just be fluid and strong. Another day in Itaewon.
네. 감사합니다.
And I wanted to go back to one of my favorite gyms with Eddie, and this was her first time climbing, so I'm glad she wanted to come with me. And Off the Wall just has such a cool looking gym. So I was teaching her the ropes.
I usually do that, and then I'll
This is
also
like
do
me
this. You don't have to do this.
in my teach mode.
We did because now you have your feet to help you. So stand, and then it's like a ladder, you know? Stand, and then you can, you know, just think of it like a ladder. Yep. Take your time. Yep. Don't reach yet. Use your feet. Yep, exactly. And then the next. Yep. Just one step at a time. Yeah, exactly. Yep. And then one hand, reach for the left, and then hold it, and then the right hand, and then boom, you did it. 가자. Nice.
She actually
Nice.
ended up doing really well for her first time. I warmed up on some blue problems, but I didn't film it, and I just went for purple. The hardest problems in this gym are purple, gray, brown, black. And my goal was to do a gray problem. So I was working on the purples first after I warmed up on blues. And then this problem here was a slab problem, but I didn't want to do that way. I just tried to dyno it. And then those holds at the top are slopers actually. I thought they would actually be jugs.
Yeah. Those holds up there are nothing.
Here's another cave style.
Damn it. I just missed it.
And I feel like I'm learning. I'm learning a lot and I feel myself getting stronger. So I'm going to the more difficult problems that have more of a cave style in the gym now. I used to just avoid them. I used to avoid them and just go to the dynamic moves, something that I was strong at. But now I want to get strong in this area. This one took me a few tries, but when I did it, it was very rewarding.
Yes.
Now this is a great problem that I kept my eye on, and it was dynamic. It took me a bunch of tries, and it was exhausting to do this running start. Because as you can see, you have to really whip yourself into the wall because it is angled.
My body's learning.
You can't just balance on them.
가자.
It takes the momentum. But I started learning.
Almost.
Okay.
괜찮아요. Those couple times were so close. Fighting.
화이팅.
Fighting.
And when I stuck that move, it felt amazing because I was very exhausted at this point. And we were both really hungry. ready to go get some food, but I just wanted to complete a gray. And this is the first gray that I really wanted to get, because I never got a gray in this gym before. So on the top, it really turned into a slab problem. More about placing your feet on those small holds and holding those tiny crimps. And then I was able to do it. So satisfying.
We're done.
Now we're looking to go to a burger spot, but it wasn't open yet, so we went to a cafe.
Nothing better than.
And I was craving a cheeseburger. This cheeseburger specifically, which we saw on Instagram, it's supposed to be the best cheeseburger in Itaewon. And right when you walk in, it's a very American aesthetic, and they play a lot of classic American songs. Got some chili cheese fries, a couple of beers, and a double cheeseburger.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And just look at that cheeseburger. That is a perfect cheeseburger.
Cheesy. Burger.
And the bread was toasted perfectly. And it just melted in your mouth. It's exactly what you want. Especially after a climbing session. It felt amazing finishing that problem. I felt so good. And especially having this meal, it made everything, the whole day, just a success. Then we went to a bar after and watched a perfect rooftop sunset in Seoul.
Wow.
Just look at that.
Oh wow, look at the tower.
You could see the tower and the perfect sunset over the city. Seoul is beautiful.